So what are the main components of a Kubernetes cluster? So first of all, we're going to have the Kube API server. And basically this is going to be where all of the commands that we're going to be sending to our Kubernetes cluster is going to be received in, and then it's going to be propagated. So we can think about it as a REST API that we can actually communicate with. The second one is going to be etcd. etcd is basically the set of data or our data store inside our Kubernetes cluster, where we are storing all of the information or all of the commands that we're currently having inside Kubernetes. So for example, when we execute any command, these commands are being stored inside, or the configuration that we change or the nodes that we create, everything is going to be stored within etcd. The next item is going to be Kube scheduler, and basically the Kubernetes scheduler here, or the Kube scheduler, is going to be responsible for scheduling the containers to run a certain time to make sure that we are actually having the right configuration. So if, for example, we need to have 2 nodes up and running, the Kubernetes scheduler will make sure that these 2 nodes are actually up and running, and if one of them fail, it will make sure to reinitiate a new one and making sure that our Kubernetes cluster is running as per the description that we have set it up to do. Another item within our Kubernetes cluster is our Kube Control Manager. And the Kube Control Manager is basically responsible for automating tasks when it comes to managing our Kubernetes cluster. And the last item within our Kubernetes control plane is going to be Cloud Controller Manager. And we're going to utilize this service once we are actually deployed or utilizing Kubernetes with any of the cloud provider, AWS, Azure, GCP. And basically, if we want to utilize any of the services that these clouds provide, like if you want to utilize Key Vault, if you want to utilize any other encryption mechanism, for example, and the way Kubernetes will be able to communicate with these cloud provider systems is through the Cloud Controller Manager. So as a quick summary, what is a control plane inside Kubernetes consists of? We have first of all the Kube API server, where we send all of the requests. We're going to have the etcd, where we store all of the information. We're going to have the Kube scheduler, where all of the scheduling happens, and then we're going to have the Kube control plane, Kube Control Manager, where we're going to be basically able to automate all of the requests. And the last, we're going to have the Cloud Control Manager, where we're going to be basically able to integrate with different cloud provider and basically use all of the cloud services within Kubernetes cluster.